Welcome back, horror fans. Tonight, Vince and I, for Horror Month, is going to talk about
AMC's The Walking Dead Season 7.
Going back to the first season. I remember telling you about this, and it's not on here because we did a live review for it when it first came on. We came down and did it live, and so it's not on the channel. But I remember sitting there telling you, this is it, Vince. You have no idea, and you didn't have any idea because you had never read the comics. But now, 7 years later, I think you have the idea.
I got the idea from the first episode.
Oh, I thought it took you 7 years.
No, it took me one episode.
One episode, and 7 years later, we are on here to make a prediction for tonight.
So, what's your prediction then?
All right, so first of all, last season was probably one of my favorite seasons. I thought it was spectacular from the first episode to the last episode. It was one of those seasons that I could not wait to see what happened week after week. And there was almost no slow episodes last season. It was just a great, solid, awesome season.
Yeah, I loved last season. I thought it was spectacular. And I loved where they were going with it. Although it did seem to get a little off track a little bit, but around the middle, but then it got right back into it. And because I think once they got to that town, it was starting to get repetitive, sort of like with the whole Woodbury thing, and then and the prison and the whole thing in the earlier seasons. But things changed after that. I mean, things got more, I don't know, the whole thing with Rick, you know, is he a good guy? Is he a bad guy? Is he going to stay with this girl? You know, is he actually, you know, that whole story that was happening, that was just thrilling to me.
The one thing that really annoys me about this, Vince, though, is a lot of people just want to spoil it. They just want to spoil it. And we're going to talk about some spoilers for the end of Season 7. So obviously, if you haven't watched it, don't watch this review. But, you know, there's a character on here called Negan. And that's all I heard about this entire season. Negan, he's coming. And then everybody who's read the comics knows who Negan was. I didn't have no idea. And I'm just like, okay, I don't want to know. Don't tell me. Shut up about him. And then, obviously, during the show, they kept talking about him. So when they finally showed him, now I can see why people were talking about him, because the guy that plays him is a fantastic actor. I love the guy. He was Papa Winchester in Supernatural, and he was the comedian in The Watchmen, and now he's Negan.
And see, I had no idea who Negan was either. And actually, I didn't hear anything about him. I heard the exact opposite. I didn't know anything about him. I didn't hear anything about him. I didn't hear anybody talk about him until like the last 2 episodes leading up to that finale. And of course, when I did hear about him, it was through the show. So I didn't hear any outside talk about it. And hearing people say, "Oh, well, they're going to finally reveal Negan," you know, I didn't hear any of that.
So the way Season 6 ends, and again, here's a spoiler, I'm warning you ahead of time here, is that Negan picks out one of the main characters and beats him to death with his baseball bat covered in barbed wire.
Wow, big spoiler there, Dave.
But so Vince and I are here to make a prediction, that's why we're making this video, of who dies tonight, because we don't know, and I have an idea who it might be, and I guess Vince does as well. So, do you want to say your prediction first, Vince?
Okay, I believe just because of the way it ended in Season 6, just because of one of the last things that Negan says is, he mentions something about, hey, can you still see out of that one eye? You know, or something to that effect. You know, how's that one eye looking, or something like that. So my prediction is that it is Carl.
Wow, because that is my prediction as well. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's my prediction. I believe it's Carl that's going to bite the big one tonight. Or if it's even tonight, they might still make you wait.
No, they would not do that. Unless they do some sort of stupid flashback at the beginning of it, and then make you wait through the whole episode until the very end, and then you'll see what happens. They might do like a freaking Negan flashback, because I know The Walking Dead, and they love to do that.
Well, see, that's what I was thinking, was that maybe they're going to show, because they tend to do that in The Walking Dead, is they show things from other people's perspectives, and where they're coming from, and where they, how they got there to that point. So if they're doing that, they might just do that and then hold off until the mid-season, where they do the mid-season finale and actually show who dies.
Knowing The Walking Dead like I do, I think that's what they're going to do. They're going to start it with the Negan episode, and then they're going to tell you his whole backstory leading up to the point where he hits whoever it is in the head or kills him. And they may not even show it, or they're going to show it right at the end of the show. I think that's how this episode is going to play out.
Wait. Either way, I think they're going to make you wait. There's a possibility they're going to make you wait.
I think they'll show it at the end of the episode. I think they'll make you wait. If they show it at the beginning of it, I'll be happy, but I think it's going to be the end.
Unfortunately, we can't do the live thing tonight. It's just too hard to get on here at that time because everybody's pretty much asleep.
So we will be back maybe tomorrow. I don't know. We are definitely not coming back tonight to talk about the first episode. We're going to try to get on here tomorrow and record what really happened and see if our prediction came true.
We may not respond right away because we are so busy putting the reviews together, but we do appreciate everything you guys give us and all the feedback that we hear.
Absolutely. And the thing is, we really appreciate your guys' support. It means everything to us that when you get on here and you make comments and you talk about the video, it's a lot of fun for us, and we're trying to make it as much as fun for you guys too.
Yeah.
So until next time, we'll see if our predictions came true.